Veterans Voices on KX News.
Well, throughout history, the stories of those who have served our country have been written down or captured on film, reminding us all what it takes to keep our nation safe.
Now, those stories can be a first-hand account, and then there are others told by someone else. In today's Veterans Voices, you'll meet one of those storytellers, a veteran behind the lens.
My father served in the Army. Two of my brothers have served in the Army.
In fact, First Lieutenant Nathan Rivard says he's found family military history going all the way back to the Spanish-American War. It's one of the reasons why the Vermont native and eventual Army and Air Force National Guard veteran decided to enlist, in addition to wanting to go to college.
But I didn't have a way to pay for it. So it was one of those, I knew that the Army National Guard would pay for my college.
But while still in high school, Rivard needed to think about where he might excel when it came time to serve.
Big guns. I'm like, that's what I want to do. So I was looking at artillery and I was looking at mortarmen.
However, another responsibility caught his eye, turning out to be news for him.
I saw a broadcast journalist, and at the time of high school I had no idea what that meant, and the recruiter went, oh, that's a phenomenal job, because he came from that work, and he said, oh, he's like, those other jobs, he's like, you get to do those jobs, you get to go train with the units, work with them, but then you're there with a camera and you're recording what they're doing.
Just like a civilian journalist, Rivard says when it seems like there isn't much of a story, it turns out to be the exact opposite.
One that comes to mind was when I was deployed to Kosovo. I covered a story of an engineer working on a bulldozer, and all he was doing was he's moving berms around to make a base better. But then I got to hear him, while he's deployed, call home to his wife and then have his daughter go to a website where we upload everything and watch that video. So she got to see Daddy on a bulldozer pushing all the stuff around, who she hasn't seen him in like 6 months.
Though it's turned into his passion, documenting what's happening in the military is about much more than telling stories.
Okay, well, we're paying taxes, like what's going on in North Dakota with that? And people see it a lot with flood response or snow response and things like that, but like what else are they doing? And how can we learn about that? And that's my job, is to help facilitate that for people on the civilian side.
Speaking of which, Rivard divides his time wearing different hats and outfits.
Monday through Friday, you know, jacket, polo, maybe suit and tie, depending on what we have going on. And that's really, you know, telling the National Guard story for the state of North Dakota. Then on the military side, as the commander of the Public Affairs Detachment, it's really just assisting the unit and giving them direction on what it is they can do to meet their objectives. And the main purpose of the pad is to also tell the Army story.
And meeting his objective of helping get the North Dakota National Guard's story out there is something First Lieutenant Rivard says he's looking forward to.
And Rivard just moved from Colchester, Vermont.
And he says one big difference that he's noticed between Vermont and North Dakota: the mountains.
That's right.